I know. It's awful.
I like jokes like that a lot.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to go that well, but
Yeah.
I mean, I do know it's not going to go well.
Do it anyways. I'm talking about stuff.
All right. Welcome to Blowing Up, the podcast where we talk about what's happening, y'all.
What's happening?
My name is Nathan, and I'm sometimes here.
My name's Kristen. I'm currently a level 6 on Pokemon Go.
And today we're talking about that, Pokemon Go, the first thing we've talked about that's truly blowing up, I think.
It's not the first thing, but it's rare that we get things that are actually blowing up.
It's blowing up so hard.
So hard.
That
It's our obligation as a podcast called Blowing Up to talk about Pokemon Go right now.
That's right. And we're going to bring you the real facts because everyone's going to tell you it's a game that's on your phone.
But we know the truth.
Yeah, we're going to tell you what kind of phone it's on.
Hard-hitting journalism over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Whatever you got.
So, Nathan.
Hi, Kristen.
What even is Pokemon Go?
Thanks for asking. I don't know.
I'm a little vague on the details, too, so let's talk about it.
Okay, so have you ever played the original Pokemon?
No.
I have.
Okay.
When I was a child, it came out on the Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Mm-hmm. And you just basically walked around different places, and then you would stumble upon Pokemon. They'd just be hiding, whatever. You're walking around in the bushes. And then you would catch them, and then you'd fight people with them. It was basically like cockfighting for fantasy.
Right, and for kids.
Yeah, or dog fighting.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. Slavery type thing, metaphor. Yeah, so...
And I understand that there was a card game involved. We tried to get real Pokemon friends to come on this podcast today and talk about Pokemon Go with us, but they're all too busy playing Pokemon Go, so they didn't want to come talk about it.
I guess you could say we couldn't capture them. Yeah.
Because we're not as good at this game as they are.
Yeah. We caught all these Pokemon, but no friends. So that was fun. I always liked that. And that seems like what this is. You just walk around and you see things. What I didn't like so much was the later levels of the game where you had to do things and buy things and have a backpack and whatnot.
On the Game Boy thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Because you have to buy the expensive Pokeballs that could capture Pokemon that would break out. Or sometimes you'd have to just beat them down.
It's like a club?
No, with your Pokemon.
Oh.
Be like, swipe them and then electrocute them and then bury them underground.
Oh.
And then they're like, oh. And then capture them because they're so passive then.
Right. Man, this is kind of the... I don't know. The idea behind Pokemon is a little bizarre. That you're like going out into the world and capturing these like animals that clearly don't want to be captured and then pitting them against other animals that didn't want to be captured in the first place. And it's kind of dark.
Yeah, they're just animals.
I know, they didn't choose this life.
They don't talk. They don't have free will.
They're just chilling in the bushes, trying to find a mate to reproduce with and have little baby Pokemons.
That's right. Although, I don't think any of my Pokemon ever reproduced on their own.
Because they're trapped in a ball, so they can't.
They're in balls. You got a backpack full of balls.
That's all you need. That's how sex works.
So anyway, you probably know what Pokemon Go is, but what I understand it to be, and I have caught I've caught one Pokemon.
Which is?
Well, I got Pikachu, and then I caught
Nathan is good at this game.
some little rodent.
Oh, right.
Meowscles.
Weird.
No, I caught Blastoise.
Ratatouille?
I did not catch Blastoise. No, and I don't get this game at all, but so basically you walk around on a Google map of your neighborhood, although it doesn't look as good as Google Maps does. Maybe they should make a partnership. And then you see Pokemon, they just appear.
Yeah.
Is this right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so fun.
And you throw a ball at them.
Yeah. Maybe several balls. You have to try a couple times. And the coolest part is that the Pokemon that you're trying to shoot at, the camera turns on, so it's like looks like it's right in front of you. Like taught my mom how to use Pokemon Go while I was on the bus in Santa Fe with her.
Uh-huh.
And I had her shooting Pokeballs at this Pokemon that was on the guy's shoulder in front of us on the bus. And she was like, oh, my God. Like invading this guy's privacy with the Pokemon catching.
Excellent.
He had no idea, though. Yeah, my mom loved this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. It's good for all ages.
It's good for all ages. Yeah. So... Okay, so that's essentially the premise of the game. Is you walk around trying to find Pokemon. Yeah. Then there's like these Pokestops that you go to that you can get like whatever items for the game, and then there's like gyms that you go to battle your Pokemon. It's so far my understanding of Pokemon Go.
And this game was released on July 6th, I think, Wednesday.
Right, Wednesday.
It came out. It dropped hard on the Google and iPhone.
It blew up, if you will.
It blew up, and it is not available on Windows Phone, much to the chagrin of my fiancée.
Yeah, we were trying to get her to be on the episode, but she's like, I can't play.
Yeah. And so it came out for free. I don't know how it makes money, but people are going, what's a Mankey shit over this, right?
That's
a Pokemon. Yeah.
So... For instance, I just barely downloaded it, not last night, the night before, Saturday night, when I was up in Santa Fe with a friend. And we walked around the Santa Fe River at night. It was pitch black out, and we ran into like 3 other groups of people who were playing the same game. And it's really obvious because everybody's like face is lit up because they're looking at their phones, like wandering around by the river. And then we all like... we're around this one Pokemon trying to catch it, and it's like so fun, and you like, make a bunch of friends. And then like later we went back to Bond's house and then drove to Allsups, and I was like catching Pokemon in the Allsups. It took me forever to get like all the snacks that I needed. And then I like caught a Pokemon behind the cash register, and the security guard of Allsups comes up and he's like, hey, what'd you catch? Mm-hmm. And then we like talked for like a half an hour about the stuff that I caught.
Allsups is a gas station, right?
Yeah, it's like the top gas station in New Mexico with the best chimichangas.
Yeah, they got pretty good jalapeno corn dogs, too.
Oh, okay, I'll try that next time.
Yeah, so basically everyone's been running around doing this, and then when you start the game up, the first thing it says is, be aware of your surroundings.
Stay alert.
Yeah, which is not, it's like just mindfulness.
Yeah.
Like mindfulness meditation.
Which is its only warning, and I don't think that's gone super well so far.
No, and then the next thing, this character shows up I've never seen before, and he's like a doctor, or was a science, what is he?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Professor or something?
Yeah, you just kind of skip through him, because who cares, right?
Who cares?
He probably tells you how to play the game, which is probably why I don't know how to play the game. And then you catch your Pokemon, and you have it, and then... Can you do street battles and fight people?
Okay, I have so many suggestions for how this game could be more interesting, and I think that is one of them. Because, so another portion of this game is that you pick teams. There's 3 teams, like red, blue, and yellow or something. And I picked the blue team, and like my other friend was on the red team, and I picked the blue team so I could like battle my friend. Because I don't want to just be on the same team with them, because I want to battle them all the time and win, obviously. Yeah. But, so, yeah, I can't... 2 things. So when everybody's, like, sitting around a Pokemon that has appeared in your group of people, you all can get the same Pokemon, which logically doesn't make any sense. It would be really fun if it was a race. 2...
I agree.
And, like, the first person who gets it. Like, awesome. 2, it'd be really fun to be like, hey, what's up, friend? Let's throw down. Like, I met up with my friend today for lunch, and we, like, ate lunch together and then, like, leisurely walked through UNM on our way back to work and, like, caught a bunch of Pokemon.
Yeah.
It would have been so fun if we could, like, throw down.
Like Digimon,
they could just be, like,
right?
in the middle. I don't know Digimon.
No, but or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing, but it was like a Tamagotchi, but you could plug it into your neighbor, so you would train it, make it strong, and make it work out, and then you would fight them in real life.
Yeah, like that.
I mean, I can't believe I called that real life. You watch them on the screen, it's fight.
Real life. Yeah, exactly.
But that's what would be really fun, right?
That'd be so fun.
Although, the way that this game's going already, as dangerous as it is, just people stopping, I think that if that were the case, that people would actually probably kill each other when they lost, because human beings cannot be trusted with emotions.
Oh, I had an alternative vision.
Okay.
So you're at a bar and you're about to like throw down with some person that's like messing with you or whatever. They like bumped you on the shoulder, so you're like, I'm going to fight you, obviously. So then you both bust out your phones and bust out your best Pokemon, and you let them handle it for you instead of actually fighting in this world that's inside my mind where everybody gets along.
If you beat them, I think you should get their Pokemon too.
Yeah, and their dignity. And they shouldn't have pushed you in the first place, so what?
Their dignity goes into a Pokeball also.
Exactly.
Dignity ball.
Yeah.
Dignity ball!
It's making the world a better place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are the implications of this? Obviously, it's gotten people out. They're working out. They're walking. They go. I guess that's true.
I love that. So, like, when I was walking around in Santa Fe, we were like, let's just take a quick stroll. And then we're like, oh, well, we're close to this Pokestop. Let's just, like, go to this Pokestop. And our friend, Bon Baca from Allstate Insurance, like, discovered this part of his neighborhood that he's never been before. You know what I mean? We found, like, this beautiful community garden and, like, the Pokestop, which is, like, you know, places of interest in your community or wherever you're playing the game. We found this beautiful mural. I mean, I assume it was at night. Yeah, well, it was at night. So,
yeah.
And we both saw a shooting star. Like,
Whoa.
I saw one, and then later he saw one. And then we were like, okay, well, let's like keep walking to this gym because it's not that much farther. So we ended up walking like almost 2 miles in the, you know, on a Saturday night when we had nothing better to do. And like it was really positive, and we like made friends along the way, just much like the Pokemon cartoon, where they like adventure trying to find Pokemon and make friends along the way.
Did Team Rocket show up to kind of put you down though?
Oh, are those the villains?
Yeah.
No, they didn't. But I did see some sketchy people hanging out on park benches, and I was like, I don't really want to talk to them.
So when you're walking around, do you have to stare at your phone to see when they show up, or does it make an alert?
Yeah, it like vibrates.
Oh.
I still haven't figured out if your phone could be like locked. Mine, it can't because I like lose the GPS signal. So
That's what it seems like it has to be, and it's such a battery and data drain. Do you think?
Yeah. Oh my God.
The battery drain is amazing. I'm guessing that everyone, since it started pretty much at the beginning of this month, everyone is going to go over their data limit if they have one this month, and it's going to become like the biggest day ever. That's probably why the game's free, is because like Verizon and Sprint, so like we'll subsidize that because look at how much money. Yeah, everyone's gonna have to go up on their data plan. Yeah, and we're gonna get a huge penalty.
Okay,
for
so that, and also they're making money in like the other stuff that you can buy. So the app itself is free, but then you can like buy all kinds of other stuff to like level up more quickly.
In-app purchases.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
great.
So it's not, you know, if you want to be really good at it or whatever.
I hate in-app purchases, and I never do them.
I never do them either. I'll rather suck at a game.
They're cheating.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. Walking around.
So one thing that immediately disappointed me is you customize your character, and you're like, well, that'll be fun. And not really. You choose the hair color, the eye color, the skin tone.
The color of the sweater.
1 out of like 4 backpacks and 1 out of 4 outfits. It's really, they all look, they can't even change their haircut. So they all are the same person.
Yeah.
They just dyed their hair a different color and they're wearing contacts.
Somebody was explaining to me that Nintendo hasn't tried a lot of different apps, like mobile apps.
No.
But the one before this one was like essentially all making like Wii characters, essentially, where you can like design your own Wii character. So you'd think they've already gotten that ball rolling. They could make this one a little bit better.
I heard that Nintendo's stock got like $7 billion added to it because of how well this launched. So I think that they should start the app business, because if they brought out some of those old games, I think people would pay for that. And people like me, I'm not a kid. I'm not going to buy a Game Boy, but I would probably buy those games on a phone.
Right.
I'm not going to walk around with my Game Boy, even no matter how 3D it is.
I think there's something to be said for the nostalgia factor. Like, I think people can make a lot of money on that. Like, if they're going to make a Mario Kart that you can play, I don't know. You know what I mean? I would play that.
Yeah. If it was,
maybe they do already. I don't know.
I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, that's a great game. And then we could play it like on Wi-Fi with people. Like that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But it'd be really fun because everyone has their own little TV. So it'd actually be better than playing it on a TV, because on a TV it's split screen, and then you can see what the other people can see if they're going to shoot you or whatever. But this one it'd be totally separate.
Ooh, and you're like actually just driving your own car?
Yeah.
Oh my God, how fun. And there was that game that you were talking about where you like all get into a room and play a game on your phone together, and that sounds cool too. Dang, I forgot what it's called. Space Adventure or something? I don't know. I don't remember.
It is really fun. So everyone gets on the same Wi-Fi network. It's called Space Team, and up to 4 people can play, and different kinds of things come in, and you're basically Star Trek or something, and you just have a panel of controls, and you have to do your job really quickly. Otherwise,
because you're part of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yeah. I think because my initial reaction to Pokemon Go was like, oh my God, people are going to be staring into their cell phones. Nobody's going to interact anymore ever in real life. And like to an extent, that's what's happening. Like, you know, you could be around somebody in your group who's playing Pokemon Go and they're like not talking to you at all because they're so enthralled by the game. But then if you're like, you know, tonight I have plans to like go out with a friend and like go catch Pokemon out in the world, which sounds awesome. Yeah, with Vive. Yeah. Do you want to come?
Yeah.
Let's go play Pokemon Go after this.
Let's go right now.
Obviously.
All right. See you later. Well,
bye. Yeah. And so, or like, you know, walking around and like meeting new people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like been such a fun community. I like made a lot of friends and like obviously I don't have many of those. So I got really stoked.
And maybe we could be mugged while we're out there. I was thinking.
Oh yeah. That's been happening.
Yeah. So some people are getting mugged because you can see other characters on there. Oh, complete tangent. Also, if you have an iPhone and you've given Google, you put in your Gmail, did you log in with your Gmail?
Yeah.
It gives Pokemon Go access to your entire Gmail account. Like all your mail and everything you've ever done unless you go online and turn it off. Which is
terrifying.
Yeah, because other Google apps don't get access to everything. They'll just get access to like a little bit of your drive. This one gets access to everything.
I didn't notice I have an Android, so I don't know.
I don't know if it's like that on there too, but yeah, it's the permissions that Pokemon. I don't know if they're doing it for anything bad, but if they want to, they've got it now. I've got everyone's stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But if they don't, you could still be murdered by someone.
Good, really positive.
They'll get us like a screen capture of like your murderer and also a Squirtle in the same frame. Augmented death.
Yeah, and I heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that there's another app masquerading as Pokemon Go, and it's like some vicious or like malicious app or whatever. But who knows?
That's probably on your Android thing because Apple's a lot more strict about stuff like that.
Well, whatever. Maybe mine doesn't have it either.
Well, I'm just saying.
Too. Shut up.
Oh, well, fine. Download it and see if it works.
So when I was like, I've only had it for a couple days, but I've already come up with some ideas about how it can be better. And I'm like, you know, I design apps for a living, so obviously my opinion really matters.
All right, number 1.
Okay, when we were walking around a couple nights ago, so during the day it has like clouds around you and like it's all pretty and nice, and then at nighttime it's all stars. It's like this beautiful starry night background, which we'll see later when we're playing Pokemon Go together.
Sure.
And you know how they have the Google Sky Map app? Oh. Build that in. Bring it. It's like fun to like look around, but then if you could like look up and be like, oh, there's Mars, friend that I'm playing Pokemon Go with. Let's talk about that.
They could make new constellations that are based on Pokemon instead of mythical whatever.
Those are no longer relevant to modern day. No. You're so right.
Yeah.
Totally.
We'll be like, oh, Pokemon. Look, there's Jeff Probst, the host from Survivor.
Exactly.
That's my favorite constellation. And that could be like what was formerly Orion, some hunter or whatever.
Now it's Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried and his famous belt.
Exactly. Okay, other one.
Number two.
So during the day, it's always like a cloudy sky so far. I mean, I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so the sky in the game actually does look like the sky in Albuquerque.
That's true.
But it'd be interesting if it was like, today it's 72 degrees and overcast. So your like thing was like overcast or like drizzly based on weather. Mildly interesting.
What if your person was like sweating a lot?
That'd be gross.
Like a global warming. God.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We also were throwing around the idea that they drape like the satellite image or whatever, like Google Earth kind of imagery to the game.
Definitely.
But I don't think so. Because I think that's what you're in. That's what you're looking at with your eyeballs IRL in real life. Mm-hmm. So it's like really fun to have your like avatar that's like, you know, proportional to the landscape. It's like 10 feet tall. They're like huge, you know, and it's like a fun play landscape. It'd be cool if they even made that weirder, like with weird shrubbery and like Dr. Seussy, you know, because it's like...
It should be better.
Right.
You can see the shape of your house.
I know, cool. That's weird, huh?
Like you can see our carport.
Yeah, I mean, that's all like GIS layers for like regular... Mm-hmm. You can download that from the internet and see parcels and like all that stuff.
That's what they did.
Right, exactly.
And they just put it into their stupid game.
Yeah. And that was another thing that I was talking to Vive about today is that, so Ingress, that Brienne brought up as well, right? That's what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's this game where you go around to all these like stops and there's this goo coming out from the earth and you have to like collect the goo. and then you're in either one team or another, and one team wants to do one thing with the goo, and another team wants to do something else with the goo. This is my understanding of it. I'm sorry to people out there that actually know what I'm talking about and are embarrassed right now and mad. So V was saying that a lot of the Pokemon Go stops are like, we're already there because of this other game. So like the whole like backdrop for it and all these stops are like, we're already established. Cause like, I have no idea when they decided to put in like a Pokemon Go stop at like the mural around by my house, you know?
I think that the Ingress was the same, engineer or something that made that. It was like, it wasn't Nintendo, but it was like one of the same people, the VR person.
Maybe the app designer or something. Mm-hmm. No idea.
Something.
Yeah. So anyways, that's really cool.
So one thing I think do you have more?
One more.
Okay. 4.
So, like a Fitbit. But like a more obvious one. Cause I think that there's a way to track your mileage, but it'd be really cool to be like, tonight you walked like 1.4 miles. You got this much elevation gain. You did it in this much time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That would be kind of cool. Cause it is tracking. Cause it does encourage walking. Cause to like hatch an egg or whatever, you have to walk a certain distance. Mm-hmm. But it'd be cool if it like was like, look at how far you walked. You caught this many. So like tonight between your house and getting back, you caught like this many Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like you went this far. I think that'd be really cool and encouraging.
Yeah. Good job, doofus. No, I think it should be more encouraging, and also maybe you could compete that way and maybe earn some extra points or something.
Oh, fun!
I did see today online that someone who found out that if you just put your phone on a turntable, that it'll think that your character's just spinning in circles, and that actually counts as steps, and so he was able to hatch his eggs that way.
Oh my god!
And then I taped it to a string, taped to the ceiling fan, and let it fly around the room. Because you already walk around a lot just trying to catch them.
I think
people get like grumpy when they have to.
Those people.
Yeah. Life hacks.
Oh my god, I hate that.
So the reason everyone's playing this game, or mad that they can't because of Windows Phone and their terrible, app store, is because of, I thought it was FOBLO, but it's FOMO.
FOBLO?
It's fear of missing out.
The difference between the two?
Yeah, FOBLO is the fear of being left out, which is what I was trying to retcon the thing to be. But FOBLO. Yeah, so everyone's got this fear of missing out, and how could you not? Everyone is posting about it. Right. They're doing their thing. I have to admit, I'm actually a huge skeptic about this whole thing. I wanted to experience this because it's like a cultural phenomenon.
Right, yeah.
And if you're alive today, you basically can only pay attention to this or a bunch of terrible shootings.
Right.
That's the only thing people are talking about. The real world that's
happening around us right now.
I think it's time for augmented reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to get in on it. I kind of like it. I'm not hooked. And I think once I get beyond the point where just catching them is fun and I have to do this other stuff like buying Pokeballs and whatnot and going to the gym, and I already don't like going to the gym, so I think that that's probably when I will drop out, because I'm not a big RPG person, and it's because of the minutia of living that they try to make part of the game, which I find really frustrating, where it's like, and also you have to go buy some food because otherwise you'll get hungry, and it's like, great, I guess I'll do that twice today.
What, for my do that real life?
Yeah, it's like, whatever.
Turns out I am actually hungry, app.
Turns out I actually do want to own animals. I do want to own animal slaves in real life, too. Battle them.
Yeah, so today I was like, I'm going to leave for work a little bit early because I work on campus and try to catch some Pokemon on my way to work.
Sure.
And like, I love this game when I'm walking around with friends, like trying to catch Pokemon. But when I'm by myself, like if I have to stop and catch a Pokemon, I'm embarrassed. I'm like, people are going to look at me and be like, that girl is catching Pokemon. I know it. Shouldn't she be at work by now? And I don't know what it was, but and then like throughout the rest of the day, I saw more people just like walking around by themselves playing. Like it's very obvious when people are playing this game.
And it's so hot that that anyone's out there in the middle of the day is probably doing this.
Yeah, they're walking around trying to catch Pokemon, which is insane.
Or that, or they're trying to figure out where to meet their drug dealer.
That's a good excuse, though. Sorry, officer. I was just walking around trying to catch Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, my Pokemon said he'd meet me here. My Pokemon trainer. He's a master of Pokemon.
I like that. Yeah. Anyways, so I think that for me personally, this isn't going to be a big like a firework. It's going to explode and fizzle out pretty quickly.
It's beautiful. I love the social aspect. I also think, remember we were driving yesterday, we're on the 10 Drink Minimum podcast. I don't know when this is coming out, but, and we saw someone just at the parking lot of a closed down shop, and you're like, they're catching a Pokemon.
Staring at their phone in the driver's seat.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, know that you're catching your Pokemon right now. Or whatever, getting more Pokeballs.
But at least they pulled into a parking lot instead of pulling over on the side of the freeway and kind of stopping traffic or whatever. Because apparently, this is just anecdotal, but Brienne said that she's heard several people say they've seen a lot of accidents recently, and they hadn't even been thinking about the game. They're just seeing a lot of accidents over the last few days. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's not necessarily that all of them were playing Pokemon Go, but...
So I just read this article because I was, I think a lot of people are like, everyone is about to walk into traffic with their phone, right? So I read this article on the interwebs, and it's from like some news place in Rochester, New York. And they're like, Sally fell down and twisted her ankle. Like, it starts off by saying, let me find it.
Sounds like a poem. Jack and Jill and Sally fell down.
It's so funny. It is so funny. Give it a minute.
In the meantime, I'll tell you what I'm seeing on the ceiling.
What is happening?
Nothing much. Little pattern. Ceiling
Now
fan.
I can't even find it anymore.
Chilly lights.
Oh, Amy Schumer's uncle is a senator. I didn't know that. I'm just going to make it up.
Great.
So this article is... It starts off by saying, Pokemon Go may be a huge hit, but it's bad for your health. And then it cites like several examples of like, Tommy was skateboarding and he fell off his skateboard. And like, Julie was walking down the road and was trying to catch a Pokemon. Then she fell over and twisted her ankle. And I was like picturing really big, amazing disasters from Pokemon Go because people are like so absorbed into their like phone and their life. And that's like all that they could find as of 2 days ago was...
But what about that huge traffic thing?
That one was really good.
Right.
That one was really good.
I think maybe these people were just accident prone anyway. Now they can blame it because there was texting. They'll be like, well, no, it's the game's fault. And we're like, remember that warning? And they'll be like, oh.
I'm pretty sure one of the guy who fell off his skateboard was like, I'm not going to sue the game.
What a hero.
Thanks, Tommy.
Yeah. So I don't know how many Pokemon are there. How many? I remember when I was a kid, there were 150.
So I've gathered through... Aside, real quick, through this Pokemon Go thing, I've like talked about it with a lot of people because that's what everybody's talking about, and I love that I get to like gauge the nerdiness of all of the friends around me.
Yeah,
because everybody's like, "This is how into Pokemon I am. This is what I did as a kid with Pokemon growing up." You know what I mean? Like the card game, the show, blah blah blah. This is how many Pokemon characters I know. So I've like gotten to know a lot about how nerdy my friends are now and have been in the past. Which is really fun.
They've been like. I don't want to say in the closet because we don't need that kind of metaphor,
right.
But like they've been hibernating,
just waiting for this moment.
They're like a Poke egg that finally is hatching now.
I can't wait to tell people how much I know about Pokemon.
And they're like, it's finally cool, and I know it. Like all my years paid off, and I'm gonna be cool for 5 minutes.
Right, which is annoying that they're not here talking about it on our podcast. But I'll speculate. So
yeah, but I'd probably be defending this game a lot more.
Through osmosis, in the past couple days talking to people, I've learned that right now on the game they have like 250, I think, that you can catch.
I like that that's manageable because I know Pokemon went crazy each game. They're like, and we added 100 more Pokemon, and it's like you can't. Whatever. It's not like there aren't that many animals to base these off of.
And then you like can't have like a personal connection to them because I think the original cast of Pokemon, like everybody like loved all these characters and like got to know them really well.
And they're in the
and
show.
Then they add more and more and more and more.
And they're like, oh, this one's like a glacier that's also a hawk. And you're like, oh, that sounds just like things I know of.
Inanimate. But I'm sure that they're going to like expand on this game infinitely to keep it, relevant and keep people's not relevant. It's not. But keep people's interest,
Yeah. Keep people paying them money.
Right, exactly. And wandering into traffic with their phones.
Yeah, good non-cynical way to say that.
Yeah.
Well, I have another game to talk about. I know that we'll just go back to Pokemon.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, no, I want to talk about Pokemon some more. Okay, so I remember one thing from the original game is you're just walking around, and then you see these Pokemon, and that's whatever. Then after a while, you're able to buy, or someone gives you a bicycle. Once you got that bicycle, you can't restart the game when you're done, because I did beat it. You can't go back, because if you go back, now you don't have the bicycle, and walking feels like agony. It's so slow. And that's why I feel like playing this game, because you look at the perspective, like you were talking about how you're so huge. It's like you're not even taking steps. It's just like you're kind of like shuffling your feet.
That's true.
And then I was like, they should have a bicycle in this game. And I'm like, oh, they do. My bicycle. I'll just get on my bicycle. I don't have to buy it or wait till later.
That's how you get really hurt, Nathan.
No, I'll stop when I catch them. But I'm just saying, like, because that's how you did in the game. But I want to zip around. I want to be moving.
Right.
Because it's so lame to walk all the way around the block, and then it's like, I don't know. I wish there was something else happening so that it didn't look like you were just walking so slowly.
I wonder if you could zoom out. Maybe, I don't know.
It's like you're trying to charge up your feet on the carpet to shock someone, and you're like...
Yeah. Well, and we were talking about, because, there's big campaigns, don't drink and drive, which is, oldie but goodie. Don't text and drive, more recent thing. And now it's going to be like, don't Pokemon go and drive.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, like, please don't.
Yeah.
Because I did that on the way over to your house recently, which is mostly neighborhood roads, for the record. But still, I was like, I can't stop in the middle of the road and or I can't drive and try to shoot this Pokeball, this Pokemon. Like, that's insane. And I also can't stop in traffic. So let's not do that. I tried it for everybody. Let's not do it.
No.
And so somebody was like, okay, well then maybe we shouldn't be allowed to Pokemon Go when you're going over 10 miles an hour or something, whatever, 20, because if you're on a bike. But it's so fun to be in the passenger seat of a car, on a road trip, and then just have your Pokemon Go. You're like, whatever.
How many
chilling,
road trips have you been on since Wednesday? Oh, wait, just one.
One road trip, and it was so fun. And we had a lot of Pokemon Go related fun on this road trip.
Man, I'm so glad I didn't have it, because I needed to drive since on Friday I left on Friday morning. I drove from North Carolina to New Mexico, and if I'd been pulling over when I saw Pokemon, that would have taken a week.
No. But when you're in the car, it gets into your car with you. So then you're shooting Pokeballs at the Pokemon on your dashboard.
Oh, then I'd just be dead.
Well, yeah. Or you could have Brienne shoot him for you.
That's true.
Yeah. Because she doesn't have the game, so you should probably share with her. Jeez.
But she does have FOMO.
Yeah. Well, then she could help you.
That was a good idea. Too bad I didn't do it.
Okay, the other thing is that I absolutely, absolutely, absolutely hate apps that turn your music off when you open them.
Yes.
Hate them.
Yes.
And Pokemon Go is one of those. So I can't be a passenger in the car and DJ and play Pokemon Go.
Where you have to restart it.
Yeah, it's not happening.
I hate that.
Come on.
So when you see a Pokemon somewhere, we've already established that more people can grab it, which I think would be really fun. Like you do, that if you couldn't. Although I guess you'd have less to talk about, because if you saw someone doing it, you'd be like, no reason to go over there. It's gone now.
Oh, I guess that's true.
But do the Pokemon stay in that place forever, or do they move slowly? Or
I think they just randomly appear.
And then they disappear
because somebody
again?
today was trying to tell me that, or maybe it was yesterday when we were on the 10 Drink Minimum podcast.
Shout out.
That they will put a Charizard or some rare Pokemon that everybody wants in some spot. So then the way that people can get robbed in this game is that some robber sits there in the dark, all dressed in black or whatever. I don't know. Behind a tree in the shade. Or dressed as a Charizard, maybe.
Yeah. Ooh.
Probably. More likely.
Good idea.
And people come because they know that the Charizard's there, and then this person is like, give me your smartphone, you idiot. But that doesn't make any sense, because having played it for a couple days, they just randomly pop up. I can't just go back to where that one
and they disappear
Pokemon
again,
was.
Right?
Yeah. They pop up and then they're gone.
That's better, because on that podcast I was speculating that people would start advertising their property as having on their charge admission or whatever. Yeah. Guess how many Pokemon are at Cliff's Amusement Park? Guess what? It's only $20 for the whole day, and you can ride on roller coasters, and you can catch Pokemon on there.
Yeah. Well, I think people are trying to use the Pokestops as promotion, because they tend to be at cultural places, so a museum or a church. So they were like, oh, well, let's try to set up a Pokestop so people come over and look at our whatever.
Oh, I bet they could pay. And that would also help pay for the app, as if they would actually...
Oh, if you want your thing to be a Pokestop. Yeah. That's interesting.
It's really cynical of me to say that.
Well,
so, the game that I've been hooked on, instead of this, because I'm not hooked on it, is called Slither.io. Have you heard of that?
No.
And do you ever play Snake?
Oh my god, on the old phones?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So this game is a multiplayer game where you're on a huge grid and
Is it an app?
Yeah.
What?
So you're a snake and you go and pick up these little dots, and each time you do, you get longer. You can go over yourself. That's one of the big differences.
Because the old one, you just get trapped in your body.
Yeah, so you don't get trapped in your own body. But if you run into anybody's side, then
So it's like Tron.
you lose. Oh. Yeah, I guess so. So there's all these different snakes, right? And so you start off, you're really tiny, and then you start growing. And as you grow, the perspective changes. So everyone else starts seeming small, and the grid starts seeming smaller. And it seems like you move slower, even though you're moving the same speed. It's just that you're massive now. And you go and you try to basically block people off. And then they turn into balls of light, and then you can go grab those, and then you get their distance. So like you won't get their entire one probably. Like all the other snakes will swarm in and try to grab it, but they're all different people, and so you're playing against real people, and you get to a certain length, and you can start like trapping people and coil around them slowly until they basically have no choice but to run into you, and then you get their entire length, and that's a person like panicking, and it's really fun because the thing is...
That's your favorite part, and that's a person panicking.
Well, because I played it on... It was really glitchy for a while because of how many people were on there, so it was infuriating. So I just started playing against the AI, and that's how I got good. And it was like, that was fun. But playing against real people is a lot better because they actually care whether or not they live or die. But also, these huge snakes...
Do they die in real life when you're playing this game?
Yeah, they do. But these big snakes, they'll be, 10 times longer than any other snake. And they obviously really good. But that doesn't mean that the smallest snake cannot take them out. And once you get that big, it's actually kind of hard to see the smallest snakes now. Because, so like, the tiniest little snake can go and take them down eventually. If everyone's trying, somebody will. Especially if there's a bunch of them, because then they can't avoid everything. You can't turn away from it. And so... Nobody can stay on top forever, and I've gotten into the top 10 like 3 times out of whatever, like the 300 to 600 people that are playing at a time.
Wow.
But it's really addictive. And when I started it, I heard that it was addictive and that this person had made a ton of money on it because they just made it a free app, and it has ads on it, but they didn't know, they weren't prepared for it. That's why it's kind of glitchy. And I started playing it, I'm like, okay, well that's whatever, but it's not addictive. It is totally addictive once you get into it.
Okay, but even the original one was really addictive.
Right.
Because I remember the fad where all the phones were really, 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 really small?
Yeah.
So there's this one like brick phone that was super small, and it had that game on it.
The Nokia?
Snake. Yeah, it was like a Nokia, and like it came in like
it was like
weird cases, and it was like gray. And
yeah,
I think
the gray one both had like snap-ons.
You could get like pink cases for it. So I have this like very distinct memory sitting behind Valley High School, waiting for the bus to come pick me up with like my friend from basketball, and I was obsessed with the game on her phone, her like little mini Nokia phone. So every time I hung out with her, I'd be like, "Can I play your snake game?"
Yeah,
and then just like play on it, and she'd be like, "Kristen, like, do you want to like talk to me, or like, can I have my phone back, please? I want to like text that boy, whatever." And I love that game, and I'm like so stoked that it exists again. And
that was just you, right?
Yeah, my own personal obsession.
It was just a snake.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
I had a game on the Game Boy in the 90s that was kind of the same thing. This is why I didn't really like that snake, because I had another one, but it was 2 snakes, and the other one was the computer. But you had to trap their head, and when you trapped their head, it would explode. And that was more like this game, where like you didn't have to run. You had to stop it before they didn't have anywhere to put their head. But it's really hard, because the other thing is that all the snakes, when you get the things, you can do like a boost speed, but it's harder to control yourself.
Right.
Or you can not do it. But those 2 speeds are the only 2 speeds that any snake can move at. So even the biggest snake, you can still run head to head with. It's not like they get super powerful to the point where they can't be taken down, like in World of Warcraft or whatever. So it's
fun.
I don't know. So it's called Slither.io. That's a really fun game too.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up. An aside, so I just recently was trying to get a master's degree, which I did finally, thank God.
Online,
but no, in real life.
No, in augmented reality.
In augmented reality, yeah, I had to catch so many Pokemon.
It looks like I'm holding a diploma. It imposed it on my hand. It imposes it on my wall every time I walk by my room. Right next to Lucy's.
That'd be great, right? By the toilet.
Yep.
And Candy Crush almost made me not. Like, I got so into Candy Crush that I would, like, spend hours on sitting on my couch. And, like, every now and then, like, so you play for a long time, and then it's like, okay, you can't, like, play again for, whatever, 2 hours because you, like, lost this one. So you have to wait 2 hours? Oh. And I would just fall asleep on my couch for 2 hours and wake up in Candy Crush again. Like, it was, like, this rut that I was in with a full-on Candy Crush addiction. It was terrible. Like, finally I had to, like, delete Candy Crush, and then I put it back on, and then I had to delete it again, and it was, like, so bad. But my friends were, like, having to, like, cut me off.
Whoa, intervention. I've never got into that one. I played it once. Yeah,
it was insane. I wonder if people are going to get like that where Pokemon Go. At least they'll be, like, walking around, because, like, you can't sit on your couch. And, like, for this one, thank God, for Pokemon Go.
People are going to be, like, fiending out there looking for phone chargers.
Because it drains your battery.
You got an outlet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the battery drainage is not insignificant. It's so crazy how quickly your battery drops when you're doing it. And I have like the data as well. Like it's like, not only is it going to cost everyone this month, but I think it's just going to, like, overload the servers.
Oh, well, it has already. It's been like
really?
It blew up to the point where their servers can't handle it, and every now and then, when you sign on, it's like, sorry, not right now. Our servers are overloaded. Yeah.
Because that's what was going on with Slither, but I mean, obviously, they didn't have nearly the infrastructure, because I've been hearing about Pokemon Go for a long time before it came out, and I didn't think it was something everyone was going to be into. I thought it was going to be something that, like, people that like Pokemon were into. So it released
on Wednesday, on, what did you say, the 7th?
But that was, yeah.
Yeah. On Wednesday the 7th,
the 6th.
The 6th. It was released in the U.S., Australia, and New Zealand.
Yeah, but not Europe.
Only countries.
So they're, like, flipping out.
Europeans. Yeah. But anyways, the servers, like, totally can't handle any of this, and it's, like, already really glitchy and it's really slow. And if there's a lot of people around, like, one lure or whatever, then it all slows down. So it, like, definitely has some room for improvement, and some people are really pissed about that. But, like, whatever. They didn't expect it to be this huge.
No, I don't think they did at all. Right?
Also, I love that, like, it's based in human reality. Like, last night, I live right by UNM campus. Mm-hmm. And last night I was on my couch just wishing I had the energy to walk around and go find Pokemon. But I didn't. So I was just, like, looking at all the Pokestops by my house, which is a lot right near campus. And there's, like, this whole area, which are the dorms at UNM. And all of the, like, Pokestops were lit up as lures, which are, it's like somebody goes up to a Pokestop and, like, puts this, like, potion out that lures a bunch of Pokemon, and then all kinds of people come. They just, like, sit there and catch Pokemon, which is hilarious.
Whoa.
So there's just, like, this really highly concentrated area of Pokestops that everybody had set lures at, and it was, like, all around the dorms of UNM. And I was like, oh my god, how cute! Like, there's a bunch of these, like, 20-year-old kids running around, like, playing Pokemon Go in this, like, wholesome evening of fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's, like, fun. You're just sitting on your couch and you just feel, like, really warm-hearted.
This is like the honeymoon period
going on.
People are trying to make it, car accidents, murders, whatever.
Right.
But this is the best it's going to be. It's only going to get worse from here, because, it's not going to be that much fun to start once people are at really super high levels and they're just running around beating the crap out of newbies.
Right. Yeah.
Noobs, as they call them. Not me. Yeah, I don't know, I just think this is going to be part of our life for a little while, and then we'll, I don't think anything's going to, like, necessarily, it's like Game of Thrones is over, what are we going to do? We're going to do this now. I just like that it has an active element.
I love that.
Yeah.
But I also think that is going to be its demise in our very sedentary culture. Because even I'm not a not active person. Mm-hmm. I would call myself active, but I'm not a not active person.
I getcha.
And, like, I was just like, oh, I can't play this game right now because I don't want to get off my couch. I'm clearly just not going to play it. You know? And I feel like a lot of people are going to get there at some point.
And I'm pretty active, but I took a walk around the block and no Pokemon were there, and I was like,
yeah, when that happens, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, why did I even walk?
Yeah. Why did I even... So now we're all going to stop walking entirely because we no longer have that external motivation to get ourselves off the couch. Yeah, they're going to be
like, do you still walk? And you'll be like, no, because that game, I don't play it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, well,
we did have intrinsic motivation to go walking. Now we've externalized the motivation, and then now we're going to be bored by that and never walk again.
Right, and this external motivation is so, what's the word? Intangible? It's so nonsense. This is literally not real.
It
That's why when you put your phone down, you don't see the Pokemon anymore. We got this, right?
You took some really good drugs.
Yeah.
Or you're really obsessed. Or you've been seeing them this whole time, and you're like, now everybody can see what I've been seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think some Pokemon people are probably a little bit irritated because there are people that are excited when new Pokemon games come out, and now they're like, oh, now everybody likes Pokemon.
You're right.
We all know the name of the Pokemon now. I bought Pokemon Silver.
Oh my God. I've done that with
Crystal
bands before where I'm like,
right.
I am so into this like underground band that nobody knows about, and then they blow up, and I'm like, oh my God, I've like been into them for so long.
Remember when we heard Dr. Dog in Philadelphia, and then Dr. Dog became
like actually a thing?
And worse.
Yeah, and worse.
I don't think that's just I think they did get worse.
No, that's objective, not subjective.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, so that's probably how like the real diehard Pokemon fans feel right now, and I'm sorry for those people.
They're crying little holographic tears. They should start just putting. So I think they just got to go crazier with this. You got the game, you got your phone out, you're not putting it down because you can't. You're physically unable to.
Right.
Augment everything. Like add weird flowers into the street where there were none. Add
that's sweet.
There's Tupac.
Oh, right.
You know, he's strolling.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Ice Cube. He's having a good day. He's not dead, but you know, he's whistling and whatnot.
Yeah, I agree. But they are taking this. I heard somebody say that there's going to be. Did we talk about this on 10 Drink Minimum? Also,
I don't remember.
That there's going to be a watch.
Yes, we did.
Okay, all right. Never mind. Let's just plug that. Can we talk about what we did yesterday and this Saturday?
So yesterday we were on the live podcast that goes out live. Now it'll be on YouTube, I assume. 10 Drink Minimum. And on Saturday we're going to be on their show again, live at the Broken Trail Brewery.
And
Distillery.
Distilling Company.
Yeah.
Both. So this podcast is an Albuquerque-based podcast that's been around for literally 10 years. Mm-hmm. So on Saturday is their 10-year anniversary, and we've been invited to go open up for them live in front of an audience at Broken Trail Brewing and Distilling or what.
Yeah. If you have any great suggestions for a topic, send them our way.
That'd be awesome because we're not nervous at all. Why would we be? My God. So we went over to their house yesterday and recorded with them a podcast.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So whenever, you guys should listen to that and then come on Saturday.
And then the Alibis, Totally Professional podcast will also be there opening up. So that'll be a lot of fun. And this is the first time we've ever plugged something legitimately.
Yeah, you're right, huh? It feels weird, kind of.
Yeah, it feels dirty in a way.
I know. I also feel like I'm telling you about it because I don't think anybody actually listens to our podcast.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. If you have any ideas for the podcast, why not shoot me a text?
Email us.
Okay. blowinguppodcast@gmail.com, by the way.
Oh, we have an email. I knew that. Mm-hmm. Totally knew that.
Or you can tweet at blowinguppod at blowingupptwad. Plod. Cod. At blowinguppod Twitter.
They're going to make a Pokemon called that.
Okay. Well, it was a lot of fun talking about this. You got any other notes?
No. I think that's all I have to say right now about Pokemon Go.
Well, let's go catch some goddamn Pokemon.
Yay! Let's get them.
Blowing up.
Catch them all. Blowing up.
Hey, everybody. Nathan here. Normally, you hear that music come in, and then you get to be treated to this song by The Gatherers, and that's it, and then the show's over. But today, after we wrapped the show, we did actually go out in the dark night, and we saw hundreds of people catching Pokemon. And we went onto UNM campus. We were there with former co-host of the show, Vive, and also former guest of the show, Brienne. And we wandered around. I finally caught some real Pokemon. I caught one that looks like a monkey and one that looks like a bat. I caught several. And then people were outside. It was quite the crazy scene. There were supposedly, this is a Monday night, supposedly the night before, there were thousands of people there. Everyone's just hanging out. A lot of people are not talking to each other, but there was some people in costumes, some breaking out into song about Pokemon from the television show. It was quite a thing to see. We were also able to interview a few people, and I'm going to play those interviews now. If you like, stick around and listen to those. And when they're done, I'll fade that song back in, and you can go to bed or whatever you were going to do. Blowing up.
I'm recording people for a podcast. How have you been?
I'm doing great. I'm having the time of my life. I'm actually technically on the clock. I gotta be back at work at 11 before my boss shows back up.
Dude,
I'm here.
Dude. Apparently, like, people at offices, like, bosses have already put up signs like, you shouldn't be playing Pokemon Go on
it's
my
just like
dime.
when I was a kid, don't feed your Tamagotchi during school.
Yes!
Exactly it. Then Digimon came out.
Yeah.
And then the
You
Tamagotchis
could fight
could
them, right?
fight.
Yeah.
Then the Tamagotchis could fight.
That's
so,
what
like,
I think
when
this
you think-
game is lacking is that, like, I can't fight you.
Yeah.
That's
Not
okay.
yet.
Just come up with
The
someone on the
update comes out in
street.
72 hours.
They were smart.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I heard today. The
Oh,
update
okay.
should be in the next 72 hours. That's why everything's running kind of
I
slow
don't
and
think they're
glitching
going
out
to
for
release
everything.
fighting, though. I think
No,
they're
it's gonna
smart,
either be
and they're going to release
trading,
it like the iPhone.
breeding.
They already have all the things
Yeah.
that they want out, and they're going to release it every 6 months. When you think the craze is going to die, now you can fight. 6 months later, now you can trade. Yeah, they're
okay.
smart about it, because they know that that's a huge part of the game. So.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
just coming up upon people
So they
in the
gave you
street.
your free
Exactly.
base. So you're like, here's a little bit of crack, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna smoke this
Yeah,
crack one
I'm
time,
hooked.
one
Yeah.
time, and
Yeah.
then you're gonna come back and you're like, dude, do you have more crack?
Hi, guys. Do you mind? We're with the Blowing Up podcast, and we're talking about Pokemon Go. Do you guys mind if we ask you some
We're not playing
questions?
Pokemon Go.
You're not?
Yeah, we are.
Of course not.
No, we're just here for the ambiance.
Everybody
For the
else
people
playing.
watching, because that's like high quality here.
It's pretty-
Oh my god.
Pretty good.
So I have a question. If you guys could like improve any aspect of this game, what would it be?
Add training.
Add trading.
Add training, so you could
Trading.
Trading.
Like
Oh.
enter, like between people. Like if he has a Flareon and I have a Vulpix and he needs more Vulpix and I need more Flareons, like
yeah,
being able to trade.
cool.
For sure.
If you could estimate how long this game is going to be cool, what would you say?
Forever.
Okay,
2
that's what, I
months.
mean, obviously that was like
2 months.
I think people are gonna
Probably
still
2
play
months.
it.
Well,
But no, I think people
the
are.
height of its popularity, I don't know.
I disagree. I
Something
think
like
the thing
way
is
back in the day.
Pokemon.
The original
Pokemon
Pokemon?
came out in
Yeah.
like what 19.
Don't
embarrass yourself. 90 something. No, it came out.
96.
What-
Wait, what did
When
you
did
guys
it?
just
When
say?
did it come out?
1996, April of 1996.
That's
what I
said. Okay. So like,
Yeah,
They're
it's
gonna
the
release
20th
updates
anniversary
like
this year.
iPhone, so they're
Yeah.
gonna release fighting, they're gonna release trading.
I know you. Holy shit.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Good.
oh my god, I can do.
Good.
I can do a.
This is all being
tab
recorded.
right now.
Yeah.
I love this interaction. It's pretty incredible.
It brings out everybody.
Right?
Wow.
No, but we've talked to people we haven't would normally talk to. I talked to like 7 straight up thug people, and he was like, "Yo, dog, you playing Pokemon?" I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Are you Team Mystic?" And I'm like, "Sure am." He's like, "Represent!" And then he's like, "What you got?" And I was like, "A 1200 Arcanine." He's like, "This motherfucker has heat. Damn, dog! Come check out this guy. He's strapped."
I think the best
And it's
thing-
like, these are things you would say with a gun.
The tattoos are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my
Put
god.
down that gun and come get a Pokeball.
There's actually, I think it's Tina Cantina or whatever. They're doing $50 specials. You can get your team tattooed on you.
Whoa.
No.
So it's about to get real. But I think
Okay, so World War III actually is going to be like the 3 teams
Yes.
like battling each other to the death.
you know, yellow and blue are like, very quiet. We're like, oh, hey guys, what's going on? Go Team Blue. Red's like, fuck all you guys.
They're like the
Yeah.
the savages.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah, they're the Hufflepuff of the world.
They have like
Fuck
psychological based test based on like which team you
Right.
picked
That's,
and
you gotta
why.
go to. You should have to go to the sorting hat for
Well,
this.
I think the best thing is you have to even like look at someone and be like, oh, what team are you? Blue?
Wait,
Like, oh,
I know.
You can just tell when people are playing. You just walk up and be like, oh.
Night 2, I went into a gas station and I talked to a gentleman that was
See, don't
behind the
even- I
counter.
didn't even ask them
And
to
I
play
said, what
Pokemon
team
Go,
are
but
you?
they're all
And he's
they're
just
all
like, I'm almost there, but I'm going to pick. And I didn't even know, like, this is day 2 of playing the game. And I just walked in there and I was like, what team are you? And, like, that was crazy. I was like, I can't believe this guy.
Yeah, he wasn't like,
Like,
the Houston
wow.
Astros.
Well, my mom, like, day one when it came out, I said, Mom, I'm going to do something dirty. I'm going to go drive around and play Pokemon. She's like, have fun. Next day, she was like, did you hear about Nintendo stock? And, like,
10%.
went up 10%.
Yeah.
Which is a giant
We all
increase.
blew it
It's
on
a
that
$7
one,
billion
really.
dollars.
I've never bought stock, but
I wouldn't trust Nintendo, but I mean, Pokemon is like Pixar for Nintendo. I was explaining. To
That's
you.
true.
so
Yeah.
it's like a teamwork.
Yeah.
They're not
Oh,
Nintendo, but they're contracted. through
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
Team
Wait,
United.
she's playing Pokemon on my phone, so I have to like go check on it.
Cool.
No
Nice
worries.
talking to you.
Thanks for talking to us, guys.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Kristen. This is Nathan. We're on a podcast.
I'm Nathan too.
Oh, what's up, Nathan? Okay, so if you could like stereotype the different teams, how would you like? What do you think how do they act like personality?
You know in Harry Potter how different personalities get funneled into different
Okay,
teams?
first of all, what team are you?
I'm Team Instinct, which is yellow.
Okay. I'm
All
Team
right.
Blue.
All right. Okay, no, that's good. That's okay. I can deal with that.
But you like.
So what I would say is like yellow is like Gryffindor, and blue.
Valor and-
and blue would be I guess Slytherin, but like
Excuse me?
red is like Hufflepuff or whatever that.
Oh, you're dissing on all the teams now.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not a diss. I don't
Nah,
know.
we can be
I just
friends.
like
There's no one's
Gryffindor.
Ravenclaw.
Nah. Or you can be Ravenclaw. You don't have to be Slytherin. But my point is that red is Hufflepuff.
Okay, I like that a lot. Wait, who puts the lures up?
People. Just people put it up. Because
So
when you're
I
level,
could put up a lure.
yeah, so that's what a lot of people are doing. They put up a lure in the common areas. That way everyone just gathers to it and just catch Pokemon.
Which is why we have this cool party at the duck pond right now.
Yeah.
So first of all, Nathan had a Pikachu costume very similar to that one.
Exactly
so
the same.
where did you get that? His was stolen. Just
No.
kidding.
Got
it from
I'm just kidding.
It's a friend of ours.
From
It's
a
not even
friend,
ours.
not
Nice.
even mine.
That's awesome.
Obviously, because it's like really big.
Yeah.
It's very big.
They're really comfortable.
Yeah.
Not when it's hot outside.
No.
Did any of you guys play Pokemon as a kid?
No.
No.
I know nothing about Pokemon.
I really don't know anything.
But you guys are still out here playing Pokemon
Just
Go,
a
obviously.
bandwagoner.
What,
Yeah.
Me too. Absolutely.
like, I
range
really-
are you guys?
20.
20. Range from 20 to 20.
Okay. Science. Cool. How long have you guys been playing Pokemon Go?
Since it came out.
Yeah.
Like 4 days.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, only 4 days ago? Seems so
What's
long.
your favorite part so far of playing this game?
You see all kinds of fucking people.
Yeah,
I swear.
there's
No, I
so
swear.
many
I'm like walking around uptown and they're like, did you see that Pikachu? And I'm like,
Yeah, dude.
I did.
Whoa.
No, you have like
Straight up
2
people
new
are like,
friends.
"Do you see that
That's
Pikachu?"
ridiculous.
And they're like, "Yeah, no, where?" And then they're like, "Over there." And they're like, "I don't see it." And I'm like, "It's real. Like
Yeah.
it's me.
I am here in real life.
Like really, it's
when
me."
looking at your phone. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, there are a lot. I'm surprised at how many people I see playing.
Yeah.
Do you see like a lot
Right.
of moms play?
There's a few down there.
I mean, I saw
There
Dad.
is.
I saw Dad.
They're strollers.
Moms. I know.
Mom.
Yeah.
I've seen.
Well,
a
I
couple
taught
here with
my mom
strollers.
how to play, so hopefully she's out here somewhere.
Oh, my mom.
Look at that guy.
was my dad.
He's cruising in style.
That's like a big wheel.
It's throwback.
It's a big wheel.
Everything. That's
My
awesome.
parents just like don't want me to use all the data.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
My
yeah.
mom's like, I don't care what that is, just don't use all the data. Dope, Mom. Thank you
Sucks
for
to
supporting
suck,
my
Mom.
dreams.
Yeah. I think that everyone is going to go over their data plan this month.
Oh,
It actually
yeah.
doesn't use like as much as I thought it would.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's just the battery it totally
Yeah.
takes
Oh
out.
my God. I'm
Right.
like,
We're all
I'm at 28
up in
already.
Yeah.
I'm doomed.
Limited by our battery life.
First world problems.
Right. Awesome. Sweet. Well, you guys have fun. Thanks for
Yeah.
talking to us. Yeah. Stay cool in that process.
All right, those were the interviews. It was a great time out there. People carrying their battery packs around. I had to cut out some of the interviews just because of background noise being too loud. So I apologize for both the quality that it is recorded at and also if you were interviewed and you checked this out hoping to hear yourself. Couldn't include all of them. And as we mentioned, our next episode will be recorded live, so it'll be the first time you can hear us with an audience. That should be a lot of fun. If you are in Albuquerque, come on down to Broken Trail Brewing on Saturday. This Saturday, the 16th. We'll be doing that podcast. The other live podcast will be there, and I think ours is starting at 5. The whole event starts at 4, and that'll be the Alibi podcast. So come on down and check that out, too. Go on it.